Let's start with the first fight of the night. Comes at 168 pounds. It's a new weight division for Demetrius Andrade. Man's been a champion at 154. He's been a champion at 160. Now he starts his campaign at 168. And he's taking on Damon Nicholson. Damon Nicholson, you might know, is a guy who went the distance with Edgar Berlanga. When Berlanga was at one point knocking everybody out, Nicholson went the distance with him. And all he's done since then has won 3 straight, all knockout victories. Boo-Boo, let me start with you. 168, new division. Give me your thoughts on fighting on that new division and coming back to Showtime.
So 168, man. Just bringing more talent to the division. It's going to be a stacked division. It's going to be another division like, wow, Andre's in there. It's me again. But it's great to be here at PBC Showtime. It's just been a long time coming for this to happen. Now I'm here. I'm going to perform and give the people what they've been looking for, and looking for the future fights.
And tell me why 168? You know, what was it about 160 that you said, okay, it's time to move to 168?
Yeah, body genetics, man, you know. But nah, I mean, I'm just growing in size, and I just can't make 160 anymore. I did it. I'm proud of myself. 154 champion, 160 champion. Now I want to move on and be, champion all the middleweight divisions. So this is the goal.
A lot of eyes are going to be watching you. You talk about at 168. Some big names there. Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, obviously Canelo's there. We hear maybe Jamal Charlo's going to be there.
I hope so.
What's the message? Because they'll all be watching on Saturday. What's the message you're trying to send to this division?
I mean, the message is letting the best fighters fight each other. That's it. There's no more running, no more excuses about network stuff. There's no more politics. There's nothing in the way anymore. So I'm here. So the message is, it's time for us to get in the ring and make this shit happen.
Damon, Saturday is time for you to make something happen. You got a guy that's coming into a new division. He wants to make a splash because he wants these big fights. Tell us what Damon Nicholson's goal is coming into Saturday.
My goal is just to dominate and win whatever way possible. I go into every fight, Mr. Bryan, looking for the knockout with the KO. I don't care if it's the first or last round. And it's the same with this fight, so I'm going there and shoot like I said yesterday, I'm shooting for the moon. It's time, it's my time, he's been in the game a long time. So, hey, it's a new era.
Boo-Boo's been known as, by some, an awkward fighter. How do you become the first guy to crack that puzzle and defeat him?
Applying pressure. Pressure, punch.
Does this fight go the distance?
No, sir.
I guess the mine's going down. The mine goes down. The mine goes down.
You heard that? I mean, listen, he realizes too, he's got a big opportunity to stop you and to make a big splash.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's the words that come out of everybody's mouth in the game. At the end of the day, man, I prove it every single time I step into the ring. So it's all good, man. Words are cheap when it comes over here. I mean, listen, my plan is to do what I always do, and that's win.
Because humble beast, he's humble. You know what I mean? I can't be humble right now. There's no time for humbleness, man. The whole entire world is looking down on me. I'm a tune-up. But this is the first fight that I've been in where I've been 100% healthy. My skills is going to come out and they're going to see it. You guys are going to see it. I'm not trying to cut anybody off or nothing like that. But you all will see.
Yeah, bring the fight.
Bring the fight. My new life and the career starts. He's going to do the talking. I'm not worried about that. My hands do it for me.
Yeah, same here. Over and over. Bring the fight, bro. Bring the pressure. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm prepared for whatever. Don't matter.
He's already said this fight's ended in a knockout. Damon, he's made it known he wants big fights in Charlo after this. What about Damon Nicholson?
He has to get through me yet. He haven't fought me yet. What about Charlo? He hasn't fought Damon Nicholson yet. Forget Charlo. Sorry, I'm not talking to you like that, but I'm just saying, you know, this entire little campaign, whatever they want to say, they've been talking about him fighting Charlo, Benavidez, and nothing like that. Like he's not fighting me first. Like he hasn't even stepped in the ring with me yet. You know, so I mean, it's kind of built up anger that I got. Not anger, but frustration that I've been getting. You know, but it's really disrespectful. You know, to speak down on a man like that. You know, this is boxing. You know what I mean? You're never supposed to overlook the next man. You know what I mean? And they've been, excuse my language, they've been shitting on me this entire time. You know. And I don't appreciate it. So yeah, I mean what I say. You know, he's saying words is words. Nah, fuck that. I mean exactly what I say. You know, that's just what it is.
Let's go, Demon. Let's go, Demon. Let's go, baby boy. Let's go, baby boy. Let's make this shit happen. I love it.
That's how we're going to start the night off. By the way, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific time. 168, two guys who can crack, and both saying it's going to be a stoppage. Okay, so now we get to the next fight. We get welterweights. This is going to be Speedy Ellis, unbeaten, taking on Roman Villa. Villa's on this 19-fight win streak, power puncher. Rashidi, I guess there are going to be a lot of eyes on you. It's been a while since we've seen you. You haven't been as active as you would like to be. So given that it is pay-per-view, a big audience, tell us what we should expect. What are you trying to prove and put out there come Saturday?
Well, me being out there, I have no problem with it. I'm always in the gym staying ready. But, you know, I'm gonna make a statement. So I'm the big guy. I'm on 47th division.
Roman, Martine Bader, by the way, will do the translation. You got a guy who's extremely quick. He's got some pop. And you just heard him. He said he's looking to show that he's the big dog at welterweight at 147. Talk to us about your plans for Saturday night for Rashidi Ellis.
Bueno, recuerden, tenés un oponente que es potente, que además tiene fuerza y acaba de decir que quiere demostrar que él es el oponente a vencer en las 147 libras. Pero, ¿qué tenés que decir vos al respecto como rival y con tus propias aspiraciones?
Bueno, primeramente quiero darle gracias al Señor por esta oportunidad, porque Él hace todo posible y si me pongo a hablar esta de mayo, le voy a demostrar a todo el mundo aquí el sábado que yo vengo a pelear. Vengo a darle un espectáculo a la gente, un show y nada, no tengo más nada que decir, esperando el día de la pelea para demostrar que por qué estoy aquí.
Look, talk is cheap. Whatever that he wants to say, he's entitled to it, but I know what I'm all about. I'm all about coming here, doing my job to give the fans the show that they want to see, and also I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to have the opportunity to be here. So, like I said, talk is cheap, and the action is about to be seen in the ring on Saturday night.
Roman, basically everybody you fought, you've knocked out. Do you think Rashidi Ellis will be able to take your power Saturday night?
Bueno, básicamente casi todas tus peleas han terminado en knockouts. ¿Crees que Ellis va a poder soportar tu poder y va a llegar a la campana final o esto termina en un knockout?
Bueno, yo pienso que el que sabe las cosas, el que sabe lo que va a pasar, porque el que conoce el futuro es Dios. Yo no puedo decir lo voy a anunciar enterrado, voy a hacer esto, no. Yo dejo todo en las manos del Señor, Él sabe lo que va a pasar y que se haga la voluntad del Señor.
I'm no fortune teller, so I'm just going to leave it in the hands of God. God is the only one that really knows what's about to happen on Saturday night. So I'm just going to leave it in my hands, what I'm going to do on Saturday night, leave it in the hands of God, and then let it be what it may.
Speedy, you were quoted as saying you see yourself right now as the future of the welterweight division. That's kind of a moniker that Jaron Boots has had for a while. There can only be one future. Will we find out who's the real future of the welterweight division, I guess, on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. We won't see that.
And who is?
You got something like you got 5 ounces, like just a fight just like me. So we won't see what they chopped out. And another back to Villa, like he be coming here talking nice, but he made his team talking crazy. Every time when he in the media, he had like he's sweet and everything, godly. But he be talking crazy. So at first I was gonna give him, casual ass whooping, but now I'm beating his ass.
And if I'm not mistaken, did a member of his team contact you through social media?
Still, my phone probably ringing right now.
And could you enlighten the people? What did they say?
Shit talking like he knocked me out. He would be the worst ass whooping was taking my life. And probably someone would probably hear like, where they at?
And what, I guess, is your message to them?
I'm gonna beat his ass.
Ramon, he says members of your team DM'd him that you were going to knock him out. And so he says he's going to beat your ass.
Acá Reman Rashidi está acusando, digamos, a miembros de tu equipo de haberle mandado un mensaje privado vía Twitter en el que dicen que vos lo vas a noquear, o básicamente lo estaban tratando de intimidar un poquito, ¿no? Y ahora él dice que él te va a romper el, ya sabes, un poquito.
Bueno, ayer tuve un problema por eso, los entrenadores de Rashidi, a mi mujer, a mi esposa, a mi hija y a mí, nos dijeron un poco de cosas, groserías. Sin embargo, así nosotros nos quedamos callados. Yo no envío a nadie a que le envíe nada a nadie. Ni he visto sus peleas, no me interesa ver ni las peleas de él, no me impresiona, ni veo los entrenamientos, ni sé cómo se llama Rashidi. Me di cuenta que eran los entrenadores porque me dijeron que eran los entrenadores, pero no me preocupa, varón. Entonces, yo no puedo hablar ni estar diciendo tantas cosas porque dice el Señor que está allá, que es el Señor, el papá de los papás, que dice que el que se humilla, Dios lo enaltece, y el que se enaltece, Dios lo humilla, ¿sí me entendés? Y entonces veremos a ver si esa sonrisita le queda después de la pelea.
There you go. Now he's talking shit. Yeah.
Okay, so listen, I wasn't aware of what happened, and what he says. I don't really care about, because Rashidi also was, like he and his team, they were mean to me and my family. They said some things that I didn't like at all. So I'm not about to be throwing stones out there, and I want to stay humble. But at the same time, I want to see if that smirk that Rashidi has on his face right now remains after the fight on Saturday.
Savage with a smile, baby.
All right. That's the second fight. By the way, Rashidi, could you see, if you get a victory, could you see an Ellis Ennis fight where we could determine who's going to be the future of the welterweight division?
Everybody know what I want. With the pain I'm playing with. Man. Come on. We already had this supposed to be set up for this fight. Nigga, we want the pain. Come on, man. You guys talking like double the price, like it was a lot. Like, come on, bro. You could have got it tonight. Like, come on, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't
So that's the second fight.
Like that. Don't play with me.
But you got video first.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. You went like that. Don't play like that. Don't play like that.
Let's get to the co-main. Rob Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
He
too moody.
All right, Boots.
I got him already.
Let's talk about this fight here, because this is for an interim title, right? Talk about not only being on this platform, being on pay-per-view fighting, but the importance, because it is an interim title, and all of a sudden you become a mandatory for the unified champ of the welterweight division.
Yeah, it's definitely it's gonna put me, you know, right there in line, you know, for respect, you know, and the rest of those guys is up there. So, you know, this is definitely a perfect mark, you know, to make my statement, and I can't wait.
Now you got a guy who, listen, a guy who's been winning, and then you got a guy fighting before you who's looking to put on a performance, because as you just heard, he wants you bad. You know,
Not
are you
yet.
looking to send a message not only to the division, but to that young man as well?
I'm looking to make a statement towards, you know, the whole world. I ain't more about him or my opponent, you know, I'm just going out there to do me, have fun, put on this show, and get this explosive knockout, and then we can see what's next, you know.
Jaron, you're taking on Boots Ennis. He hasn't gone past 6 rounds. He's been knocking out basically everybody he's fought. Tell us why you're the guy that's going to put an end to all of that streak and give him his first loss.
Не згубив жодної гри, жодного бою. Як ви думаєте, так зробити, так організувати бій, щоб перший раз він програв?
Ми пройшли дуже гарну підготовку, об'їздили багато країн, мали багато гарних спарингів. Ми добре готувалися, у нас є геймплан, тому я думаю, у нас є все для того, щоб перемогти.